Welcome to the second video in this series of tutorials to guide you through the skills required to create your own animations and videos in Blender. In this video, we aim to spend the next 5 to 10 minutes learning how you can edit your own shapes so that you can pretty much create any kind of cartoony style organic character. So we're going to make a little penguin or something like that. I wouldn't worry too much about making it too photorealistic. I just want to teach you the skills to get started and talk you through some tips to save some time with some useful shortcuts. So we'll end up with something that looks a bit like this mutant penguin, looks a bit startled. The topography is terrible, the shape is pretty rubbish, but it's quick and easy to put together. So let's get started. In the last video, I showed you how to delete by pressing X and add with Shift and A, and we had a monkey. Remember, we shaded smooth and added a subdivision surface modifier. In this video, we'll learn how to edit shapes by pressing Tab, and Tab is the button to the left of Q. On most keyboards, it's got two pictures of arrows pointing towards each other, and Tab toggles between edit mode and object mode. If you are in edit mode, you can select vertices and grab them and scale them and rotate them with G, S and R. Or you can select edges, which are the lines between vertices, or you can select faces, which are kind of the bits of paper, planes that exist between all of those vertices. So to toggle your selection mode, you either click up here or you press 1 on your keyboard for vertices, 2 on your keyboard for edges, and 3 on your keyboard for faces. Face select mode is definitely the easiest for editing shapes. So if we hold down Shift, we can select multiple faces. And then if we look at some keyboard shortcuts, we've got Tab to toggle edit mode and object mode. E is extrude. So once you've got something selected, you can press E to extrude it. And I'm going to extrude it again and scale with S, and E to extrude again and E to extrude again. And then I'll pull out an arm here. And you get the idea. Using simple box modeling, because we've got that subdivision surface modifier, that's our actual mesh shape. With the subdivision surface modifier, it kind of smooths it out a little bit. Back into edit mode, and you get the idea. Problem with this is you have to try and make it symmetrical yourself. So we'll learn how to use a mirror modifier to make it a lot easier. I'm not going to start with the monkey for this. I'm going to start making hopefully a penguin, and we'll turn this cube into a penguin. So add a subdivision surface modifier, Control 2, shade smooth, right click, and then go into edit mode. I would like to cut it right down the middle. So we're going to use a loop cut. That's Control and R, and you hover your mouse over the edge that you want to chop. So I want to chop it in the middle this way, so I'll click there. And then you can move your mouse along that edge and say where you want to chop it, and then click to decide. Now I don't want to chop it anywhere other than the center. So Control Z, let's try again. Control R for a loop cut, click, and then I'll press escape so it's dead center. Then I'll get rid of these vertices. So in vertex mode, that's pressing 1, and then Shift and click to select multiple ones. I'll delete them with X. So we've got half of a sphere here. If we add a new modifier, you can see we've got the subdivision surface modifier on here. That's dividing it once, that's dividing it twice. We'll add a new modifier to generate the mesh on the other side of the mirror. Now, by default, it will only mirror it in the x-axis, the red line, that's what I want. This means that if I go into face mode by pressing 3 and extrude, then it automatically mirrors it for us. I'm going to undo that because I don't really want that to happen. It looks like a kind of mutant bunny rabbit. I do kind of want that for the legs. So if I extrude that down there and scale it, and then extrude it a little bit more. Looks a bit too fat for legs, so let's scale it in the green axis, that's Y. E to extrude, maybe E to extrude again, and then pull out the front bit. There we go, we've got some flippers for the legs. Irritatingly, some of the new parts of the mesh are not shaded smooth. So we need to select all by pressing A, and then Bizarrely, you can't right-click and do Shade Smooth. Oh yeah, you can, look, it's there. Shade Smooth is on the right-click menu. I thought we had to search for it with F3, and F3 is brilliant. You can search for pretty much anything. So that's your search for any command. If we want to go up to the head, let's go up to the head. If we press E, now I want it to bring up the whole of the top section rather than just two rectangles separately. So I have to tick clipping down here. Now it will kind of clip them together, which is quite helpful. Let's scale that down. E to extrude, that's going to be the neck, and then E to extrude, that's going to be the head. Oh gosh, help. Control Z, E to extrude again, S to scale, E to extrude. Yuck. That does not look like a penguin. GZ, maybe move that up a little bit. Right, other useful keyboard shortcuts. Using search for any command, F3, we can search for more to be able to select more vertices than are currently selected. And then we can scale them all up or down, all in one go. It's quite useful. Let's add a flipper. So maybe this bit here, if I extrude that out a little bit, scale that down, get this bit under its armpit and extrude it out and scale it down. Help, what happened there? And then extrude again and scale down. It's not great, but it's almost flipper-like. And because we've got a mirror modifier, we've got it on both sides. Right, for the beak, I'm going to use the knife tool to click where I want a vertex, click where I want another vertex. Not sure where. Go like that. And you've got to press enter to apply it. So click, and then enter. K for another knife, and click and enter, and then something like that. So we've used the knife tool to add a little bit of topology. It looks a bit nasty here because of the subdivision surface modifier, but it'll be okay. Click to select this bit, E to extrude, and we've got something that loosely resembles more kind of a duck-billed platypus, but it'll do. Get where the eye is going to be. E to extrude. Now I want this to come out separately for each eye. So I'll undo, take clipping off, and E to extrude again. Scale down. That could be the eye. Have I got inset? Yeah, here we go. I for inset is like extrude, but it doesn't come out. It kind of goes in. And that's going to be the pupil. I'll scale that in the x-axis. I won't have it dead center because that looks creepy. I'll just press G, X, something like that, and then E to extrude. There we go. It's a weird looking penguin, and all of the sides aren't shaded smooth, but we have it here. The key thing to remember is in object mode, you can select different objects. I've only got one here, so I'll add a plane and scale it GZ, there we go. In object mode, you can select whole objects and rotate them, scale them, grab them. In edit mode, you can select individual faces, vertices, or edges to be able to move those separately. So in the next video, we are going to work out how to texture simple objects just using whole colors, and then we'll move on to getting kind of photorealistic textures after that. Looking forward to seeing what you can create. All the best.